kind of whet those appetites with that Belmont at Saratoga week. So top 5 that you're looking forward to seeing at the meet at Saratoga.
Well, a couple of them are horses that I want to give another chance to. And number 5 is Fierceness, who was one of the top billings going into the Met Mile. Didn't fire. Read an article of Todd Pletcher saying that he hit the gate, came back and had a cut in his mouth, and just never really seemed comfortable following that, and he thought maybe he bounced a little bit after that huge effort in the Ali Sheba. Looking like he's pointing towards the Whitney this summer, and Saratoga's a racetrack that he's had a lot of success with. He's better than what we saw in the Met Mile, and I know that he's a horse that historically hasn't been able to handle some adversity, but I want to see if he can get back on track.
And that was, I feel like a lot of people were kind of shocked by that performance, but yeah, he still didn't run all that bad in defeat. Farbridge, number 4 on your list.
I had to be a little bit of a homer, a little bit. But
I love it.
This is a horse that I really am excited to see. He's pointing long-term goal to defend his title in the Sword Dancer, and one that I think will be getting back to his optimal trip. He was a horse that probably didn't love the cutback in distance with the rescheduling and the rearranging of the Manhattan, but I thought Joel Rosario did a tremendous job, all things considered, getting him to the rail that day and giving him the best possible chance. But he's a horse that, like I said, getting back to his optimal trip, him winning the Sword Dancer wire to wire last year was such an awesome day, and he's shown versatility. We'll see if he can do it again.
Let's see if we have more of that incredible success that we saw from him last summer. The New Jersey bred, the pride of New Jersey, number 3 on your list.
I love this horse, Bookham Dano. I think he's got a lot of fans out there, but he's one that just is so honest. The ownership group in Atlantic 6 Racing is so much fun, and they're enjoying the ride with him as well. Kind of reminds you, like, this is what racing's supposed to be. One horse taking a big group along on an incredible journey, and on top of that, he's really, really good.
I mean, he's one of the top sprinters in the country with that effort, isn't he?
Absolutely, absolutely. So I think that it's entirely possible we see him pick up another grade 1 at the Spa this summer, and I love that they're campaigning him, they're running him, and we're going to get a chance to see him again.
I think I know who your top 2 is. But let's see, we reveal. Okay, journalism number 2.
Yeah, it's kind of a 1-2 punch. Journalism number 2, sovereignty number 1. Hoping that we get a chance in the Jim Dandy Travers, or both, whatever the case might be. I could be greedy, that we'll get a chance to see the rematch, because these are the top 2 3-year-olds of this class, and it's a very strong 3-year-old class. The sportsmanship from both of the connections, the way that these horses have performed on track, the talent of these 2 horses, it's been a lot of fun to watch. And right now, Sovereignty is the one that's come out on top, but I've talked about it a lot. The Travers, you think back to a horse like Arrogate. He was a big price going into the Travers, and then he had that dazzling performance because he was a later developing type of horse. The Midsummer Derby in the Travers, and it's almost an addition to the Triple Crown, I think is such an important race in its own right, but it's also a huge opportunity for some of those later developing types. So you never know who's going to step forward, and I really hope we see a rematch between the big 2.